Alright, so today is going to be a bit of an update vlog. My hair is very tall today, so I had to adjust so my hair could fit in frame. Just a lot has been going on, honestly. Just a lot of things. Oh, first of all, before I forget, I got cupping on my jaw because my PT was helping with my jaw pain. Yeah, so it's a little bruisey, but it's fine. Like if we're facing like this, you can't even tell. It's only when I turn. My dad kept saying it looks like a lamprey eel, just like suctioned on. Where to even begin? These last couple weeks have been a lot. This is great lighting, first of all. I don't look sick, which is crazy because I have not been doing well. Yeah, I guess just like over the last couple weeks, my joint pain has gotten really bad. Literally, like I would say last Monday is when it just spiked horribly. This is joint pain unlike I've ever had before. So I kind of mentioned it in last week's vlog, but I mean, I've had kind of fibromyalgia-like pain. They used to call it growing pains growing up, and I never grew out of them, and I'm not growing anymore. I'm starting to crash. We're 40 seconds into the video. That's not good. Basically, I've already lost my train of thought. The brain fog is really bad these days. Awkward. So the joint pain, I was literally saying something about that. Okay, so joint pain growing up, yeah. I'm losing it again. And I've had like just random joint pains where it will kind of sometimes radiate out from the joint. Recently, I've been calling it more bone pain. Like it is just excruciating pain where I'll wake up during the middle of the night. And if you really think about it, you start crying. A couple times I have cried. And I have really high pain tolerance from having one of the 20 most painful conditions in the world, endometriosis. But in the last like couple weeks, like 2 weeks, but really starting last Monday, it was like every single joint in my body hurt at the exact same time, which is like not okay, because for me what I do is I numb the pain, and the way that I do that is, it's not healthy, but it is a way to survive. It is like a coping mechanism where I will just numb a part of the body, kind of dissociate from it. Like say my leg is hurting or my endometriosis is hurting in my abdominal area, you numb that area, right? But when every single joint in your body hurts, you can't numb everything. I mean, I've been kind of trying to numb everything, but like it's really difficult to just block your whole body out. It's really just put me back into the fight or flight and back into survival mode, like just trying to distract myself from the pain. You can't be in tune with your body because you would just shut down from the amount of pain that you're in, or you start spiraling because it's so painful. And so this was like unlike anything I've ever gone through before. I was like starting to be like, okay, what is this? So I was like kind of looking up different things. Arthritis runs in my family. Rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, I think it's called, gout, a form of arthritis. A lot of people in my family have arthritis. And so it was like, okay, I think what's going on is like arthritis turned on in my body. Didn't really seem to have any like trigger, it just started happening. That was one hypothesis. And then last week I went to a bunch of different doctor's appointments. I just had scheduled already a hematology checkup because my ferritin has been low, and then weirdly enough my folate started being low. Just random stuff in my body doesn't work properly currently. Basically my hematologist was like, okay, let's run some tests, because I had called rheumatology, but I was recommended to go to, I think like Penn. It was a year. It was going to be at the beginning of next year. I was like, I can't wait that long. Like that's insane. I need relief. Like I need not even just relief. I want to figure out what this is so I know like what my body is fighting. Uncertainty is just really stressful. So I just like wanted to know what this is. My hypothesis was arthritis. My hematologist was like, let's just run some inflammatory markers and let's see what's going on. And she recommended a different rheumatologist that was more local. She said, you know, you really need a rheumatologist that's going to think outside the box, because I have such weird stuff that, you know, isn't standard normally. I forgot what I was saying again. It is rough recording today, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so the rheumatologist, so she was like, I'm gonna refer you and we're gonna run this blood work, and if stuff shows up on this blood work, hopefully that would get you in earlier. They ran the blood work, it came back not normal. So my ANA was positive, which I think off and on it's been positive in the past, but a year ago it was not positive, and it's positive now. But my staining pattern, as far as my research goes, is called like nucleolar, which is actually not a pattern for rheumatoid arthritis, and my rheumatoid factor was normal. Very interesting. So I don't think I have RA that's turned on, but my staining pattern, scleroderma, is the one that it like most comes up for, which is very interesting because when you Google, you know, all the different things like my titer amount, my ANA being positive, the nucleolar, I think it's pronounced, all of that, it comes back being like some healthy people have a positive ANA. So don't panic. It's only if you have symptoms that you should panic. And I have symptoms. So that wasn't very helpful and didn't really make me feel any better. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm having all these symptoms. I've had crazy symptoms before that we don't know exactly what it is. So like any of these things are possible. Now scleroderma is like a skin thing. It's like a thickening of the skin. I've not noticed any thickening of the skin. However, I have had a lot of internal organ weird stuff, and it can be a comorbidity with endometriosis and cause fibrotic tissue, which if you go back to my surgery video when I had endometriosis surgery, I had a lot of fibrotic tissue to the point where like all my insides were just stuck together. So that's interesting. And I do have a lot of the other symptoms of scleroderma. So I don't know, it's just very interesting. And the exciting news was that my referral came back. This rheumatologist has an opening for like 1 week. I'm seeing her next week. Like, so stay tuned. Also saw acupuncturist last week. Now I did not go back to New York City to see the acupuncturist that I was seeing, who I loved and had great results from. He's just so far away. My dad was like, I'm not driving back to New York City again, which is understandable. I can't drive. My mom has eye issues, so she does not feel comfortable driving long distances. We just like can't really go back to New York City. So we saw someone who's not really local. She's still an hour and a half away, but my dad agreed to drive us to her just because New York City was like 3 hours away or something. We saw her because she was actually trained by the person we saw in New York City. We saw her and I didn't have the same like, wow, my symptoms immediately feel better. So we're gonna try, you know, a couple more times and just kind of see like how we're feeling. I know most people don't get that like immediate feeling of relief necessarily, so that will be interesting. We will continue to see and monitor how the acupuncture helps. And then I did talk with my spiritual mentor on Friday, and the thing is like she grounds me so much. Like for that day I felt so grounded, and then the next day I woke up and I was just in so much pain and I just became like ungrounded again and just went back to like the survival of like, okay, let's just scroll on social media because I'm in so much excruciating pain I can't focus on anything else. It's just been frustrating because I can't talk to my spiritual mentor every day and I have to find ways to ground myself, but right now I am in survival mode. I will say that the pain is a little bit better today. So yesterday I had pelvic floor PT where we did the cupping, and I'm so grateful for my PT. She was like, let's just focus on stress reduction and pain management right now and not really going forward with the other treatments that we were kind of pursuing, because I just have not had the energy or the ability to do stretches or exercises outside of PT. Like I've just not been able to do any of that. And so she was like, that's okay. So we just did vagus nerve stuff, trying to calm my whole body. We did cupping, try and help with some of the pain management because my jaw has been so bad. Like I have a prescription retainer which helped a little bit, but in the last week that jaw pain has gotten worse again too, to the point where I think it was like Saturday my jaw was like clicking, which I think is like classic TMJ. Like when I was trying to chew food, it was just clicking. So we're doing the cupping for my jaw pain. But yesterday when I went to pelvic floor PT, my spiritual mentor had suggested different like rocks, or I guess they're called crystals, for arthritis like symptoms or like joint like pain, and one of them was rose quartz. And your girl stopped at a rock shop and picked up this gorgeous, like it's really hard to show the camera how beautiful she is. Like if you look in her, she just has these like gorgeous things in her. She's kind of clear and you can see some stuff. I love rocks. I've always loved rocks. I've always picked up rocks on walks and stuff, but I've been holding her like all yesterday and like all today, and my joint pain is actually better today. So I think just like the intention and trying to do affirmations and stuff while holding her has just been like amazing. So I don't know what to attribute it to. Maybe my flare is just starting to come down or whatever. But yeah, I'm really trying to like catch up on life today. Like I've not been texting anybody back. I've not been able to do anything. I've had doctor's appointments. Like today I had my endometriosis doctor follow up. Like I've had so many things and I'm just in survival mode. So it's been kind of rough, but we're holding our rose quartz and it's just like so comforting holding. Like this shape to me is incredibly comforting to hold it. So that's what I've been doing. I did have Patty, my spiritual mentor, had actually sent me a small piece of rose quartz, and because I have 2 households, I keep one here and then this one I keep at the other place so that I can have rose quartz in both places. So yeah. Okay, what was I saying? There was more I was going to tell you and now I've already forgotten it, which is unhelpful. Let me think about it. So yeah, that is kind of the update. We are kind of in this like holding pattern, trying to figure out what it is. I'm trying to become grounded again. I'm trying to survive. First of all is surviving. And then once I'm getting through that, you know, trying to do things like my spiritual mentor had given, you know, different suggestions of things to try, which I'm so excited to try them. However, you know, just like trying anything does take energy. And so I'm just like listening to my body's capacity every day, being like, okay, we are in survival mode. That's number 1 of importance. And then trying to get back to being grounded again. Still trying to do the affirmations, but the self-reiki has been really hard because trying to tune into my body to figure out where the pain is, to get rid of it, is overwhelming and shuts me down. So we're just listening to our body at this point. So yeah, I've also last week, maybe this was before last week, but I've been continuing to do like digital minimalism stuff. So I'm really excited at some point when I have the capacity to record those videos and kick off that series, because I've like completely redone my note system of how I keep, like all my life is in my notes. So yeah, I've been kind of working on that when I can, but mostly not been able to do anything. Mostly watching Netflix or scrolling on social media and just trying to survive each moment. So yeah, but it's been beautiful weather. I'm really hoping to sit outside for a bit and really hoping to have some updates at these like upcoming doctor's appointments. I have so many doctor's appointments in the next couple weeks, just like specialists that I'm following up with and having follow-up appointments, or yeah, like seeing new. So hopefully we get some answers, and in the meantime I'm here holding my rose quartz rock. She's so pretty. She's gorgeous. So anyway, I think those were the updates I wanted to share. The brain fog is just so bad that there was probably more and I've forgotten it. These are the updates for now. Wow, my face just looks like so puffy. Rough. Anyway, I gotta go because I'm just rambling at this point. So thank you for listening and hope you're having an amazing day, enjoying this beautiful weather, and I will talk to you soon, my friends.